Hello, my little beefcakes. So today I thought I would go ahead and show you my video game collection. Now, I am not a collector, so my selection is very small. I think it's a nice representation of the kinds of games that I'm into. Most of them are very silly. Let's get started. So, this is my stack for PlayStation 1, all given to me by my awesome friend Aaron /Gravecircer. I miss him dearly. We used to make donuts together. Got Cool Borders 2, Cool Borders 3, both of which I used to play a lot on PS1 in high school in my bedroom, and I was never good at them, and I'm still not. We got Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX, Driver, NBA Jam Extreme, which I have not actually tried yet. One day. Original Tomb Raider, which, you know, I wish I could play more, but the controls are so clunky that it's really impossible for me to play. Games were so much harder back in the 90s. Got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Of course, I love Tony Hawk. Every Tony Hawk that I have is amazing. Twisted Metal. Snow Cross Championship Racing. This is another one that I have not tried, but probably in the vein of Cool Borders, so I'm sure I will enjoy it. We got a lesser known Street Skater, not Tony Hawk. I'll have to try that one and do a comparison. Alright, so most of my games are for PS2, so this one's going to be a little bit longer. So this is my dance game selection. As a gift last year, Sprinkles, aka Topless Gamer, gave me a really awesome dance pad and every DDR that he could find. And also this Britney's Dance Beat, which is really amazing in the worst way. I love it. Then we got all the usual suspects. DDR Extreme, DDR Extreme 2, DDR Revolution, DDR Max 2 Revolution. I'm reading these wrong, it's fine. DDR Supernova, Supernova 2, and Revolution X. They're all very similar, but wonderful. And as far as nerdy fandoms that I'm into, obviously have Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds. This game is great. This pretty much encapsulates the type of game that I grew up playing and love to play. It's not necessarily a side scroller, but you don't have to move and look at the same time, which is why I don't play first person shooters, because you have to control too many things. But wonderful and cheesy, and it's very similar to all of the Harry Potter games. This is the only one I have so far. Should probably beat it before moving on and trying to get another one. I usually don't finish games. I think Katamari was the first game that I ever actually beat because I have no attention span. And speak of the devil, got Katamari 1 and We Heart Katamari, which is the sequel. I hate that none of them have numbers, they just have different names. I actually played this one first, and it's really, really awesome, and then I played this one second, and it's okay. This one's definitely better. And we'll stick with Katamari, even though they're not on the same systems. This is my one and only Xbox game. We have a modded case here. This one is Beautiful Katamari. It's alright. Also, I hate Xbox, so I don't really play it, but it exists. This one is probably the best game in the series. It is Katamari Forever, PS3. Fantastic, the animation is great, the gameplay is great. It improves upon some of the things in the second one that I liked. If you know me, you know that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I bought this Sonic Mega Collection for the PS2. It has Sonic 2 as well as Sonic 1, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and other fun stuff. I hate that it doesn't really have a real label, but we'll just deal with that and move on. Another one-off. This was originally made for Dreamcast. It's a rhythm game. and it's amazing. Space Channel 5 stars an outer space news reporter named Oooh, and you have to move along with her to dance battle against the evil, I don't know, whatever they are. There's different aliens and stuff that you have to battle, and then some dude. I haven't beat it yet. Short attention span thing, but great game. Alright, we're gonna start this in the PS2 section because that's what we do. Soul Calibur 3. And I also have Soul Calibur 4 for PS3 and Soul Calibur 5 also for PS3. This one's the best one. Super amazing. The created character is great. Natsu is my favorite character to fight as. I just love it. I've played it a lot more than all the other Soul Caliburs, so. And then Super Street Fighter 4 for the PS3. This game is really fun too. I always loved playing Street Fighter 2 growing up on Sega. So this has all my classic favorite characters as well as some cool new ones. And once again, the animation's really cool in this. It's kind of similar to the animation in Katamari Forever, but of course with that like comic booky fighting game style. I really like it. It's a cool game. Alright, on to the most played games section. Tony Hawk, of course. All of my favorites. Love Tony Hawk 3. Love Tony Hawk 4. Underground is alright. I haven't made it all the way through this one. But Underground 2 is the best Tony Hawk game. Hands down. All of the levels are really awesome, and I like that you can play in classic mode or you can play the story mode, so once you beat one or the other you still have a lot of stuff that you can do on there. The characters are funny. There's no Alyssa Steamer, which I am sad about, but there's a really extensive created character mode, so I can pretty much make whoever I want. I did make Buffy the Vampire Slayer once. That was fun. On to my one and only GameCube game, Wave Race Blue Storm. I remember playing Wave Race a lot on N64 back in the late 90s. I never had the system myself, but one of my best friends did, and it was one of my favorite games ever. Blue Storm seems a little different than the original Wave Race, but it's still fun. You still do tricks on a jet ski that no real human being could actually do. So it's a good time. And for PS3, the games that I've not mentioned yet, Mirror's Edge, always a fun one. Really cool parkour, apocalypse stuff. You guys know what this game is. I'd love to cosplay as her someday, but it's on the back burner right now. Also need to make it all the way through this because no attention span. And a fun one that we picked up today, actually, NCIS. So, I moved to Florida this year. I don't have a social life, so I spent 1 to 2 months of the summer just cruising through 13 seasons of NCIS, and I just am obsessed. Because I watched all the true crime shows on Netflix and I ran out, so I had to try something else. And I was like, yeah, goth forensic scientist. My hero, duh. So I'm sure this is a really, really crappy game, but I'm like super stoked about it. I like to solve crimes. And last but not least, Tomb Raider, the newest Tomb Raider. Well, not the newest one, but the newest one that I'll probably ever play. Actually, I haven't played it yet because it's just like a real game to me, and that just seems really daunting. As you may have noticed, most of my collection is games for young teens or kids, because I don't really want to come home and play a game that's really stressful. I want to play a game that relieves all of my stress, so thus the non-serious games. But I'm going to make it a goal in the near future to try and tackle some first-person shooters, because it's a genre that I'm horrible at. Just awful. So there might be some funny videos about that, because I can't make my characters walk around and look at the same time. It's tough. I also thought I had Dead Island somewhere, but I don't see it, so there's that. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to subscribe and like stuff and comment on stuff. Go ahead and tell me where your favorite games are that you have. especially if they're for the PS2, because that's what I like to hear about. I'll see you tomorrow, friends.